It's 7 minutes past 1. You're listening to the News at 1 on BBC Radio Foyle. Solicitors for some of the families of Bloody Sunday victims have described a meeting with those leading the investigation into the killings this morning as robust. The PSNI have resumed their investigation with the new team after much of the team were laid off in October because of budget cuts. We did ask the man leading the inquiry, Detective Inspector Ian Harrison, for an interview. However, he wasn't available this lunchtime. But I am joined by Peter Madden of Madden and Finucane Solicitors. Good afternoon, Mr. Madden.
Afternoon now.
Firstly, there's a great deal of anger about the way this investigation's being treated. What was the tone of today's meeting?
Well, it was certainly a frank and robust exchange of views with the Chief Inspector, because the families were certainly disappointed in October when the investigation came to a halt. So we had to issue the judicial review proceedings, and as a result of that, and as a result of an exchange of correspondence on the issue, there's a change of mind in relation to that, and the PS and I have decided now to reinstate a full team of investigators to investigate the murders. So that's what's basically. That was that's what the meeting was about this morning.
You said a full team there. How many officers will be involved in this investigation?
There is a team of 15 full-time officers who will be concentrating on the Bloody Sunday case and no other case.
They'll be solely on this case?
Solely on the case. But we raised concerns at the meeting, and I mean, the main concern, I think, is the fact that the suspects, the soldier shooters, have not been questioned as yet. They haven't been arrested or questioned yet, and that's a serious concern after all this time. The investigation had been going for 2 years before it halted, and they still haven't been questioned about the murders, and it doesn't look as if that's going to happen in the near future.
What response did you get to those concerns? I would imagine you put those, that was one of the key concerns you put to the officers you met with this morning. Well,
the Chief Inspector said that he wasn't going to reveal his tactics for arrests due to operational reasons, but that they had 101 soldiers, witnesses to interview, and 150 witnesses, civilian witnesses, to interview. So in relation to the suspects, our view was really that they should have been arrested a long time ago.
Time is marching on. Next week is the 43rd anniversary.
Yes, but the fact is that there is grounds for arrest at the moment, and any other citizen who would be suspected of being involved in a murder or committing a murder would be arrested right away and questioned. So that's a serious concern, and that concern hasn't been resolved. But I think at the same time, the fact that there is a full team back in action to investigate is positive and constructive, but at the same time there has to be an air of caution in relation to that as to how this investigation is going to continue from now on. Coming
away from today's meeting, do you and the families you represent have confidence in this investigation?
Well, I don't think you can have real confidence until you see what transpires. Now, the fact that the judicial review was successful, it's still a live court case. It's still a live action. The case is pending. What transpires here in relation to the investigation can be, and there may very well be a hearing in due course if the families are not happy about the way the investigation is conducted from now on.
So that's very much your viewpoint from now. Going forward, there may be a hearing if families aren't happy with what they've heard today and what transpires in the near future.
Yes, it's not something that has been resolved as far as the court action is concerned, because we don't know what is actually going to happen from now on. But there's been a big gap now in the investigation, and a new team coming in, even a full-time team coming in now, has a lot to do to catch up. So we just have to wait and see how it goes.
Just finally, Mr. Madden, difficult at this stage, but if you were to say from where you're at now, would you be confident of the police investigation or not so much?
Well, it was a positive meeting, let's put it that way.
Okay.
And the confidence, is really, the confidence comes in, really, it's in relation to public confidence and the family's confidence. And I think that it's a matter for the PSNI now to restore that confidence.
Peter Madden of Madden and Finucane Solicitors, thank you very much for joining us this lunchtime.